Welcome back to Zorro Stories. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because the stories we tell here will keep you up at night. Now, let's continue. Her name was Amara Cole, 28 years old. Beautiful in the way that made strangers stare and friends feel both lucky and afraid to stand beside her. She had dark eyes that held secrets, a laugh like warm honey, and a heart that loved completely, maybe too completely. By the time she was 28, she had loved 3 men. And all 3 were dead. The first was David, her high school sweetheart. They were 17, reckless, and drunk on first love. 3 months after their first kiss, David drove home from her house on a Tuesday night and never arrived. His car was found wrapped around a tree on an empty road. No rain, no ice, no reason. The investigators said he fell asleep at the wheel. Amara never believed that. David never slept on drives. He used to blast music and sing off-key just to stay awake. She knew because she'd been in that car 100 times. She cried for 6 months. Then she moved on. Because she was young. Because people told her to. Because grief, when you're 17, feels like something you can outrun. She was wrong. The second was Marcus. College, junior year. Brilliant, funny. The kind of man who remembered how you liked your coffee and brought it to you without being asked. They dated for 8 months, the happiest 8 months of Amara's life. Then one morning, Marcus collapsed in the university library. An aneurysm. Here 1 second. Gone the next. 21 years old. No prior symptoms. No warning. Amara sat outside the hospital for 4 hours before anyone told her he was gone. She didn't cry this time. She just went numb. The third was Jerome. She met him at 25. By then, Amara had walls. High ones. Jerome climbed every single one of them with patience and gentleness, and a smile that made her feel safe. She fought her feelings for a year before finally letting him in. 4 months later, Jerome drowned in a swimming pool at a company event. Jerome had been on the swim team in college. After Jerome, Amara stopped dating. She told herself it was a coincidence. She told herself she was being irrational. But rationality couldn't explain the way every man she loved ended up in a grave. Couldn't explain the dreams she started having, dark water, a shadow standing over 3 tombstones, and a voice whispering, "You are mine. You have always been mine. And every man who tries to claim what is mine pays the price." She never saw the face in the dream, but she felt it. Heavy and cold and ancient, like something that had been watching her since before she was born. 3 years passed. Amara lived quietly. She had friends, a job she was good at, an apartment she kept too clean. She went on no dates. She accepted no numbers. She looked through every man who looked at her. She was fine. She told herself she was fine. Then she met Eli. It happened on a Wednesday evening at a bookstore that smelled like old paper and coffee grounds. Amara was reaching for a book on the top shelf when a hand appeared beside hers, long fingers, a thin silver ring on the index finger, and pulled the book down effortlessly. She turned. He was tall, pale in the way marble is pale, with dark hair that curled slightly at the ends and eyes the color of deep water. Not blue, not gray, something in between, like the ocean right before a storm. He handed her the book. His fingers brushed hers, and Amara felt it a pull, old and deep and terrifying, like her soul recognizing something it had always known. She stepped back. "Thank you," she said, already turning to leave. "You've been avoiding this section for 20 minutes, he said. His voice was quiet, but it filled the space between them like smoke. "I watched you walk past it 4 times. She turned back slowly. "You were watching me." "I was noticing you," he said. Not flirtatiously, like it was simply the truth. "There's a difference." His name was Eli Voss. He was new to the city. He didn't say from where. He had a way of listening that made Amara feel like she was the only person in the room in the world, and it unnerved her completely. She left after 10 minutes. She didn't give him her number. He didn't ask for it. But when she got home that night, she stood in her kitchen for a long time, holding the book he'd handed her, and realized her hands were still warm from where he had touched them. That night, the dream came again. But this time, the shadow in the dream turned to face her. And for the first time, it smiled. Amara Cole had spent 3 years running from love to save the men who wanted to give it to her. But what happens when the thing hunting her is already standing beside the man she's trying to avoid? And here is the question I want you to sit with tonight. The shadow in Amara's dreams has always hidden its face. The night she meets Eli, it finally shows her a smile. Is that a coincidence? Or a warning? Amara Cole had spent 3 years running from love to save the men who wanted to give it to her. But what happens when the thing hunting her is already standing beside the man she's trying to avoid? And here is the question I want you to sit with tonight. The shadow in Amara's dreams has always hidden its face. The night she meets Eli, it finally shows her a smile. Is that a coincidence? Or a warning?